What's up, everybody? And today is deck tech for fun. So we're gonna be doing a modern deck for Magic the Gathering. This is literally the only modern deck I have built, the only modern deck I play in the modern format for Magic the Gathering. So it is a budget Izzet Fling. So this is a blue-red deck, obviously, because I said Izzet. I'm gonna be showing the deck itself and the sideboard. There's obviously many upgrades for these. I mean, it is pretty budget, so yeah. So we're gonna go over straight up with the creatures first. So I play 3 copies of Monastery Swiftspear. I'll actually hold 1 copy up here so you can see what it does at the beginning. But it's a great opener here to start the game. It really is. Alright. And then I run 4 copies of Kiln Fiend. Another great early game opener as I start casting spells here. It gets a +1 or +3 +0 every time I cast an instant or sorcery spell until the end of turn. So I'm sure you're going to start seeing the basis of this deck come together here once we start going through the cards. I play 4 copies of Storm Chaser Mage as well. Flying Haste with Prowess. What Prowess does, it gets +1/+1 for each non-creature spell until the end of the turn. Another great card here. And I play 2 copies of Anivic Cyclops. So that is the creature base. Literally. I believe so, at least. Let me double check here. Yeah, that is literally my whole creature base. So this is a very board control-ish type burn deck. It really controls with burn spells, and it's all about casting those burn spells. So we're gonna move the creature base over here. Might be a little bit out of the camera's range, but they're all pretty low drops, 3 or less. So, I guess I didn't go really too much over Cyclops. So Cyclops has Defender, so it can't attack. But whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets a +3 +0. And can attack though, as long as it didn't have Defender. So as long as you cast something, it'll get that +3 +0 and have Defender, and obviously you can pump. So yeah. So a little bit of draw power here, and 2 copies of Thought Scour. So what Thought Scour does is a 1 cast with instant speed. You can mill the top 2 cards of target player's library into the graveyard, and then you get to draw a card. So I just played 2 copies of those. You're not going to see too much card draw in here, but yeah. Then there's 3 copies of Gut Shot. So this is where our damage starts to come in. So I play 3 copies of Gut Shot. It's a Phyrexian instance, so you can pay either 2 life or pay it with a mountain or red, whatever you want to call it. And it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So I'm sure you get the gist here. Free cast for life. Works out great most of the time. Alright, so then I play 2 copies of Pillar of Flame here. It's a sorcery. 1 drop. It does 2 damage to target creature or player. If it's dealt damage that way, it would die this turn. You can exile it instead. So, yeah. Alright, and then we play 2 copies of Firebolt, which is another sorcery 1 cast. So I'm waiting for it to focus. There we go. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player with Flashback. If you don't know what Flashback does, you can pause it there and check that out. Another great 2-drop, but it's at instant speed, and it has Ferocious. So it's Wild Slash. So pause if you don't know what Ferocious does, but it also does Wild Slash deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So another great 1-drop here. So now we're jumping into the 2 drops. We got Searing Blood. So Searing Blood is an instant with 2 costs of 2 red. Deals 2 damage to target creature. When the creature dies its turn, Searing Blood deals 3 damage to its controller. So a little bit of backlash, kind of 5 damage in a way, but split as long as you kill that creature. Next is the key essential of the deck here. You have Fling. So Fling is an instance to 1 colorless, 1 mountain. You sacrifice the creature, and then it does damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to target creature or player. So I'm sure you get the gist of this deck now a little bit more. So just that's what happens. And then next we go, obviously, I could be playing Lightning Bolt, but I play Lightning Strike. Like I said, it's a little bit of budgeted. I mean, there's some cards that are worth a couple bucks in here and stuff, but it's not too crazy. But instant speed, 2 cast, 3 damage to target creature or player. Great little board control there with burn. And then we have 2 copies of Magma Jet here. Instant speed, 2 drop, focus. There it goes. 2 damage to target creature or player. And then you get the Scry too. If you don't know what Scry does, pause like always. And then I play 3 copies of Soul's Fire. So this is kind of like Fling. It's a 3 cost though, at instant speed as well. But target creature you control and play deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Instead of sacrificing, you can do that. So, great card. So, alright, so we're going to go into the land base now. The land base, it could be better, in my opinion, I believe. So, but we're just going to kind of check it out here. So, we'll start with the 3 copies of Ramanap Ruins. So this is a great all-around desert land card here. So it taps for a colorless, you can pay 1 for a mountain, or you can pay 2 colorless, 2 mountains, tap it, sacrifice it, or sacrifice a desert, but you would sacrifice this to deal 2 damage to each opponent. So yeah. Then I play 4 copies of Izzet Guildgate. You know, it comes into play tap, that's a downfall, but don't really want to buy the Steam Vents. So, just running 6 islands in there for that, for the basic, and then running 7 mountains. So, just for the land base. So here we will also be going over, like I said, the sideboard, and yeah, I don't play a lot of Modern. That's why this is the only one I have built. But yeah. So let's go over that sideboard here in a second, and we'll check it out. So let's put that right there. So in the sideboard, I play 1 copy of Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Great all-around card. I'm not going to go through every piece of it, but if you want to read it, go ahead and, you know, pause it here. It's a great card to play in this deck as a nice little sideboard tech for a few other things. Also, play 1 copy of Double Vision, another great sideboard enchantment here. Copying spells, instants, or sorcery. It's just great. Yeah. I play 2 copies of Crackling Drake. So what this does, it's a flying, 2 island, 2 mountain, star, 4. So it's equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in graveyard, and plus you get to draw a card when it enters the field. So that's a great tech-in card here. Alright, so then play a couple counters here also in the sideboard just in case they're needed. Play 3 copies of Solid Coming, has Foretell in it as well, instant speed. 2 copies of Negate, obviously, you know, counter target creature spell. And then there's a 1 copy in here for Monastery So Spirit, just in case we need that 4th copy in. And then play 4 copies of Artful Dodge. So it's a 1-drop sorcery, and it makes a creature unblockable that turn with flashback. Great card. So, and then the last card in this is a 1 of sorcery spell. Epic Experiment. So, you know, you exile top cards of your library. You may cast instant sorcery spells for the mana cost X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. Then put all yeah. So it's a great little, you know, let's say I pop 2 Searing Blood. I put Negate. I paid 5, so paying 5, boom. So you can cast, I can cast everything but the So Spear for the X cost. So yeah. So I mean, it's a pretty handy card in most scenarios when it happens. So, and yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend if you want to check out a quick little budget deck. This deck, I mean, it could cost more now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. but when I played, it was maybe $25, $26. So, but at that time, I also, you know, got like the Deserts and the Swift Spears and the Chandra, you know, from a deck. I don't remember which deck it was, but yeah, that's pretty much what I play in Modern. The only deck I play in Modern is just a budget Izzet Swift Spear deck. There's so many upgrades that you can do in this deck. Like I said, you can do Lightning Bolt instead of so many cards. Like, if I could, I would switch out, let's see here, I would take out the Lightning Strikes and play Lightning Bolt. I really would. I'd play 4 copies of Lightning Bolt. That would just power creep up. But the sideboard, obviously sideboard's how you want to play and what you would need in the situations. And these are just cards from, you know, my local LGS of what people play that help me handle those decks. And, you know, it's going to vary for everybody. But if you enjoyed this deck, please check out my other deck techs for fun over the time. We don't have too many on the channel yet. We're still at pretty much the beginning of it. And yeah, there'll be plenty more to come from mini card games from Pokemon Arcana, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. It's very much appreciated. It is a great help to me always when you check them out. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace, much love.